So now we're at the restore portion of your workout, the first workout that you're going to be doing with us. So go ahead and take your mat out and make sure that you have some space around you. We're going to get started with your left foot on the 5 and your right foot on the 9. Some things I'd like to point out to you is just follow along as best as you can, and if there's any pain, stop and back off from that movement. Maybe we need to readjust your feet, maybe you need to readjust your positioning, and we'll talk about those things later on in the course. Also, when we're going through this part of the workout right now, I'd like for you to stay in the gray line on the 5 and the gray line on the 9 so that your feet are parallel and facing forward. To get started, we're going to take your left knee, and that's going to be your driver. So by driver, I mean the initiator of your movement, what's going to start and propel the movement. You're going to use the 45, the 0, and the 45 as your angles right now. Left knee is going to go over to the left 45, keeping both heels down, and it's going to come back to center. Going to the 0 and come back to center. Left knee over to the right 45, back to center. We'll do that one more time. 45 and back to center, 0, back to center, right 45, back to center. You're going to see that gray circle that we talked about earlier, and you're going to use that left knee to trace the circle. Try to find the depth of that circle and go as big as that circle as you're making that trace. You're going to take that right heel up, and you're going to toe tap so that your right heel is lifted on the 9, and you're going to put a little bit more weight into the 5 with that left foot. Left knee is going to move and drive over to the 45, come back to center. To the 0, back to center. To the right 45, back to center. One more time. 45, center. 0, center. Thinking about that left knee. 45, center. Go ahead and trace the gray circle with that left knee for 2. And reverse it for 2. We're going to do one more set here where you're going to lift that back heel up, and you're going to take a balance on that 5. Left knee is going to drive over to the left 45 and back. Gets a little trickier here, and back. Right 45 and back. One more time. Left 45 and back. 0. Back. Right 45 and back. Keeping that foot up and lifted, keeping the balance. Take that left knee, circle it around to the gray circle, and reverse. Should be feeling a little bit more on that left side now. Shake it out. You're going to take that left foot, take it over to the 7, right foot over to the 5. Same thing we did on that side, but using your right knee now as the driver. Both feet stay on the ground, heels are down. Reaching the right knee over to the right 45 and center. 0. And center. Left 45, center. Right 45, center. 0, center. 45, center. Go ahead and trace that circle with the knee. You should start to notice some of the things that are feeling different on both sides, or maybe the same on both sides. Feel some cracking, popping. All that's okay if there's no pain. Take that left foot, lift up the heel on the 7, crush down into the 5, and then drive that right knee to the 45, to the 0, to the 45. Again, 45, 0, 45. Taking that right knee, tracing the gray circle all the way around for 2, and reverse that circle for 2. Now we take the heel up, same thing, right 45, 0, left 45, right 45, 0, left 45. Trace the gray circle for 2, and come back for 2. Good, so now we use the knee as your driver on both sides. We're going to move up the chain of the body to your hips. You're going to take the right foot on the 9, left foot on the 1, still thinking about staying inside the circle, following the gray line. Now the driver is going to be your left hip as we move around the entire platform. Left hip is going to reach to the 45. It's going to come back to center, to the 0, back to center, to the 45, back to center. Now we're using the 90, right 90, right 135, to the 180, to the left 135, to the left 90. We'll do that one more time. Left 45, 0, really thinking about that left hip as the mover, 45, 90, 135, 180, 135, and 90. Keeping that back heel down, using the left hip, trace the great circle inside the platform. And take it back. Good, take that back heel, lift it up, toe tapping on the 9. Same thing, 2 times through. Back heel stays lifted, 45. 0, put a little bit more weight into that 1 or into the left leg. Since that back heel is lifted, your body will probably go ahead and do it automatically. 135 and 90, 2 times through. Really feel your hips shifting and really reaching and hitting. Ooh, I just got a really big pop. Really hitting and reaching each angle every time you get there. And then go ahead and circle all the way around for 2, and all the way back for 2. Here's where it gets tricky. We're going to take the foot up, still trying to keep it reaching to the 9, and working on that balance portion. 0, 45, still left hip is the mover, 90, 135, 90, 135, 90. We'll do it one time here, and then we'll take it all the way around for 1, and all the way back for 1. And you're gonna switch it up, do it all on our other side. So right foot goes on the 3, left foot's on the 7, right hip is gonna move. So right hip's gonna go for the right 45. Heel stays down. And 0, 45, 90, 135, 180, 135, and 90. Again, both heels down. 2 times through, 45, 0, 45, 90, 135, 180, 135, and 90. Go ahead and keep both heels down. Take the right hip and make a circle all the way around the gray. And reverse it for 2. Take that left foot, toe tap it on the 7, put a little bit more weight into the 3. Right hip goes to the right 45, reach. Back heel stays lifted, 0. Left 45, left 90, left 135, 180, 135, 90. Again, keep that back heel lifted, 45, 0, 45, 90, 135, 180, 135, and 90. Trace the circle, back heel stays lifted, really thinking about that right hip is your driver. And take it back. And then we're going into our balance. We'll do the balance portion one time through, keeping that left heel, reaching for the 7, even though your weight's on that 3. Keeping the distance, 45, 0, 45, 90, 135, 180, 135, 90. Circle it all the way around the gray circle for 1, and reverse it all the way around for 1. Nice job. Go ahead, take yourself over to the 1 and the 9, and we're gonna go up the chain again. We did the knees, we did the hips. We're moving up to the arms. Your arms are gonna be your driver here. We're gonna do your right arm with the left foot forward, and it's gonna reach at your shoulder height. We're not reaching above your head to the ground. All those things are valid, but that's just not what we're doing right now. We'll get there when we talk more regression progression. So right arm's gonna reach to the left 45. It's gonna come back. Reach for the 0. Come back. 45 and back. 90. 135. We'll take this one time through. 180. 135. 90. You're gonna go ahead and circle that gray circle all the way around. Reach and breathe for 2. And reverse the circle for 2. As we did before, I'm sure you're getting familiar. Foot on the ground, heel up. We're gonna go for the heel up this time. Right arm, keeping that heel lifted on the 9 and then reaching that left arm. Reaching the right arm to the left 45 and to the 0, to the 45, to the 90, to the 135, to the 180, to the left 135, to the left 90. Back heel stays down and the arm's gonna circle all the way around. 2 times through, thinking about that gray circle on the ground and reversing that gray circle. And good. Now that you've completed that side, we're gonna move over to your right foot on the 3, your left foot on the 7. Now, since we just did our right arm, we're gonna do our left arm as the driver. So we're just going one time through, and then we're taking 2 circles, and then the back heel is gonna stay lifted. We're not gonna do a balance with this one. So left arm reaches all the way over to the right 45, comes back to the 0 and back. Left 45, come back. Left 90, left 135, 180, right 135, right 90. Taking that arm and drawing that circle all the way around, as big as you can go. Make sure you're breathing. And reverse. Letting the whole upper body get involved. And then taking that back foot that's on the 7, toe tapping it, and then going back to your arm drives. Reach to the 1, 45. Reach to the 0. Reach to the left 45. Reach to the 90, staying up at your shoulder height. 135, 180, 135, and 90. Taking that left arm, drawing the gray circle all the way around. Reach for 2. Back heel stays lifted and around for 2. Now you've completed the knee drive, the hip drive, the arm drive of our localized movement. Now we're gonna go into a more global approach to our restore portion. Local and global will be terms that you become familiar with down the road if you're not already familiar. We're gonna touch on that. So going into our global restore, we're gonna start on the 8 and the 9. And your right foot is gonna go ahead and start. So right foot's gonna step to the 3 and your arms are gonna reach up over your head and then it's gonna go back to the 9. So step, reach the arms back and then come to the 9. Step forward to the 3, come back to the 9. So we just did full foot down. Now we're gonna do it with the toe tap. Right foot is gonna reach to the 3. And then it's gonna come back to the 9. Just toe tapping, not the whole foot down. More weight is now on the left side. And after you do your toe taps, you're gonna take that right foot up, you're gonna hover it, and reach from the 3 to the 9 with a balance. All the weight's on that 8, all the weight's on that left side. Reach for the 3, and back to the 9. Reach for the 3, back to the 9. Drop the right foot, same sequence with the left, going from the 2 to the 8, 2 times with the full foot down, 2 times with the toe tap, and then 2 times with the hover balance. So full foot down to the 2, arm swing back, step, reach, 2 and 8, 2 and 8. Put that weight on the 9, toe tap onto the 8, toe tap to the 2, toe tap 8, toe tap 2, toe tap 8. Now hover and balance. Still trying to hit the 2 and hit the 8. That's your target, go for it. 2 and 8. If we can go forward, we can go backwards. So we're gonna take ourselves up to the 2 and the 3, and we're going for the same sequencing. Full foot down, toe tap, balance. And we'll do that all throughout our global approach here. So that right foot's gonna step all the way back to the 9. You're gonna swing the arms down to reach for the 9 and come back up to center, to the 3. Step back fully down to the 9, up to the 3. Now toe tap with the right foot, toe tap, reach the 9, toe tap to the 3. Toe tap to the 9, toe tap to the 3. Hover that foot, reaching back, find the 9, and up to the 3. Find the 9, come back to the 3. Right foot goes down, left foot moves from the 2 to the 8, full foot goes down. Reach all the way back to the 8, foot and hands, 2. All the way back to the 8 and the 2. Toe tap with that left foot, reach it towards the 8 and come back to the 2. Toe tap, reach the 8, come back to the 2. Pick that left foot up, hover it to the 8, all the way back, reach the arms 2 and up towards the 2. All the way back to the 8 and up to the 2. Nice. Now you're gonna take yourself over to the 5 and the 6, and we're gonna go a little bit more frontal plane. So your arms are gonna come up over your head. Your right foot is gonna move first, and it's gonna step outside the platform, but it's gonna follow this 90-degree line here, this 90-degree angle. And as you step out to the 90 on the right, your arm's gonna swing overhead to the left 90, and they're gonna come back onto the 6 and arms back to the center. So step, reach, and come back. Step, 90, 90, and back. Right foot, toe taps. Reach it out to the 90, left arms go over your head to the left 90, tap on the 6. Tap outside, tap the 6. Lift that heel all the way up, find the balance in the hover. Arms still reach over to the left 90 and come back. Good, we're gonna do that on your other side. So you're gonna walk over to the 4 and the 5. Your left foot is gonna step outside the platform to the left 90. Your arms are gonna come up over your head and reach to the right 90, and you come back. So left foot steps out to the 90, arms reach over to the right 90, and you come back to the 4. Step, reach, come back to the 4. Take that foot up, toe tap it out to the left, and come up, left 90, and 4. Now with the hover, pick that foot up, reach it over to the left, arms to the right 90, and up. Reach it over to the left, arms to the right 90, and up. Now you're gonna take yourself back over to the 5 and the 6. You're gonna take that right foot. We're gonna go opposite side now. So you're gonna cross it over to your 4. Your arms are gonna come up over your head. And you're gonna take your arms over to the right 90 or to the 6, and then step to the 6. So you have 2 here. Step to the 4, arms to the right 90 for 2, with the toe tap. Tap 4, tap 6, tap 4, tap 6. With the hover, pick that foot up. Hover, still finding the 4, find the 6. Find the 4, find the 6. Take yourself over to the 4 and the 5. Left foot is gonna step over to the 6. Your arms are gonna reach overhead to the left 90 and come back to the 4. Reach over left 90, come back to the 4. Toe tap to the 6, toe tap to the 4, toe tap to the 6, toe tap to the 4. Make sure your arms are still reaching. Hover that foot. Arms over to the left 90 and up. Left 90 and up. We're almost there. You're gonna take yourself up to the 2 and the 3. And that right foot is gonna go from the 3 to the 9, and then the arms are gonna reach behind you to the 180. You're gonna take your head with you as well. So left foot is gonna stay where it is. It's gonna stay in line with that gray line, and the right foot's the only thing moving with the upper body involved. So right foot steps back to the 9, rotate around, find the 180, come back. Rotate around, 9 and 180, come back to the 3. You're gonna toe tap with that right foot. Toe tap it back to the 9, toe tap to the 3. Toe tap to the 9, toe tap to the 3. Here comes the hover. Here's a tricky one. Reach back, find the 9 as best as you can and come back to the 3. Find the 9, come back to the 3. Same thing, left foot. This time it's going to the 8, arm still going to the 180, head gets involved. Step back to the 8, reach the arms 180, come back to the 2. To the 8, to the 2. Take that foot, toe tap it. Toe tap 8, toe tap 2. Toe tap 8, toe tap 2. Try not to move that right foot. Try and keep it through the hover as well. Keep it pointing forward on the gray and back. Good. You're gonna take yourself back to the 8 and the 9. We're on our last set here. So right foot is gonna go to the 2 and it's gonna follow that white line that's inside the circle. We haven't used these lines so much yet, but we're gonna get to it, and here's our beginning. So you're gonna find that white line when you step to the 2, and your arms are gonna reach behind you to the 180 as you just did, and then you're gonna step back to the 9. So step to the 2 in the white line, reach the arms to the 180, come back to the 9. Notice my left foot stays in the circle and it stays in line on the gray. With the toe tap, still finding that white line as best as it can, reaching the arms behind you, and with a balance, and back, balance, and back. Right foot down on the 9. This time, left goes to the 3. Remember, the lines are different colors if you're going from your right to your left. So when you step to the 3, you're not following that white line anymore. You're following that red line so that your foot is going internal. So from the 8 to the 3, you're gonna step, swing those arms back to the 180, get that whole foot down, reach behind you, and back to the 8. Step to the 3, back to the 8. Take that foot, toe tap it. Toe tap to the 3 in the red line, toe tap. Last set here with the balance, and up, balance, and up, and relax. Good, your body should be feeling a little bit more warm than when you came in. You're gonna take a little walk around, feel how you feel, and as we come back in, we're gonna reassess that functional sphere that Jason had talked about before. Great job.